You're about to discover the secret that 99% of men completely ignore. It's like having the master key while everyone else is still trying to kick down the door with brute force. Every woman secretly desires this, but almost no man understands or even realizes it exists. Pay attention now. Most guys are doing everything wrong. They think they need to be the alpha male from action movies. They think they need to have the most expensive car, the perfect body, or the sharpest wit. They're wasting time and energy on things that don't create the deep connection women truly want. Have you ever felt that frustration of doing everything right and still not being able to create that spark? Have you ever wondered why some seemingly ordinary guys manage to ignite a magnetic attraction while you remain invisible? It's because you're playing the wrong game, man. Women don't want a robot programmed with pickup lines. They don't want a guy who pretends to be something he's not. And they definitely don't want someone who's always trying to impress with superficial things. Studies show that genuine attraction comes from much deeper places than you imagine. It's about creating a connection that goes beyond the physical, beyond the material, beyond the obvious. It's about touching on something they sometimes don't even know they're looking for. Can you feel the difference? After 10 years of diving into the psychology of human relationships and mentoring hundreds of men, I discovered the pattern. The ultra-rare secret that transforms ordinary men into magnets of genuine attraction. And no, it has nothing to do with cheap seduction techniques or psychological manipulation. It's much more powerful than that. I'm going to introduce you now to the key framework of secret attraction. There are 5 elements you need to master. Each one of them is a differentiator that puts you in the 1% of men who truly understand the secret feminine desire. Number 1. Genuine connection through attentive presence. Do you know what the greatest gift you can give a woman is? Your complete attention. Not that superficial attention where you're just waiting for your turn to speak. I'm talking about real presence, where you absorb every word, every gesture, every nuance of what she's communicating. Most men listen to reply. You're going to listen to understand. When she mentions that detail about the book she's reading, you won't let it slip by. When she talks about that childhood dream, you'll hold on to it like gold. They test this all the time, you know. They drop little bits of information and observe if you were truly present. It's like an internal radar that detects authenticity versus pretense. When you demonstrate that you were truly there, that you picked up on something she said 3 dates ago, you activate something deep in the female brain. Does that make sense to you? Remember, it's not about having a photographic memory. It's about caring enough to pay attention. When you ask an insightful question about something she casually mentioned, you show that she's not just another one on your list. You show that she matters. Number 2. Humanity revealed through strategic vulnerability. Now pay close attention, because this here is pure gold. Men have been taught to hide any sign of weakness, to never show doubt, fear, or insecurity. But there's a smart way to reveal your humanity that creates an instant deep connection. I'm not talking about crying on the first date or dumping all your traumas. I'm talking about calculated moments where you show that you're human, that you have stories, scars, and triumphs. When you share about that time you failed but learned something valuable, you're not showing weakness. You're showing strength. Women are biologically programmed to seek partners who are strong enough to be vulnerable. Does it sound contradictory? It's not. True strength lies in being able to lower your guard when appropriate, in trusting enough to show who you really are behind the social mask. Can you see the difference? Imagine this scene. You're at dinner, and she asks about your family. Instead of giving a generic answer, you share how difficult it was when your parents divorced, but how that taught you to value true relationships. You're not playing the victim. You're showing depth, maturity, and the ability to grow through challenges. This creates an emotional bridge that 99% of men never manage to build. They get stuck on the surface, trying to appear perfect, while you're creating a real connection through controlled authenticity. Number 3. Meaningful actions that outweigh big promises. Come on, stop talking so much. Women are tired of men who promise the world and don't deliver even a grain of sand. Their secret desire is for consistency in the small things, not for big, empty gestures. You know that guy who promises to take her to Paris but forgets to reply to her texts? He's doing everything wrong. You're going to be the guy who remembers to bring the specific chocolate she mentioned liking, the guy who notices when she cut her hair, The guy who sends a message in the middle of the day just to say he thought of her. Small gestures. Big impact. Studies show that the female brain values consistency much more than intensity. It's better to do 10 small, meaningful things than one big, isolated, romantic gesture. It's the difference between a flash in the pan and a constant ember. Do you notice the pattern? When you stop on your way to work to buy that special coffee she loves, you're saying you think of her even when you're not together. When you save a meme, you know she'll find funny. You show that you know her sense of humor. These are actions that speak louder than 1,000 declarations of love. This here is ultra rare, man. Few apply it because they think it's too simple, but it's precisely in consistent simplicity that the power lies. You don't need to be rich to do this. You don't need to be handsome. You just need to be attentive and act accordingly. Number 4, mastering nonverbal communication to create magnetism. Your body speaks before your mouth opens, and women are masters at reading this silent language. They pick up on signals you don't even know you're emitting. It's like a dance of bodies where every movement communicates something. The way you maintain eye contact tells if you're confident or insecure. The way you occupy space shows if you're comfortable with yourself. The way you touch her, even if it's a casual touch on the arm, conveys your intentions and your level of connection. Pay attention now. 99% of men either avoid eye contact or stare too much. You're going to find the balance. Look into her eyes when you're saying something important. Look away naturally when you're thinking. Return with a subtle smile when she's speaking. It's a dance, remember? Your body needs to be open, not closed. Crossed arms communicate defensiveness. Body turned towards her shows interest. Leaning in slightly when she speaks demonstrates engagement. These are micro adjustments that create macro results. Can you visualize that? And here's a secret almost no one notices. Subtle mirroring. When she crosses her legs, you wait a few seconds and adjust your posture too. When she touches her hair, you touch your chin. It's not obvious imitation. It's unconscious synchronization that creates deep rapport. Strategic touch is another powerful differentiator. I'm not talking about constantly grabbing her. I'm talking about that touch on the arm when she makes a joke, that hand on her back to guide her through a door, the handshake that lasts a second longer than normal. Does that make sense to you? Number 5, authentic energy that comes from your purpose. Wake up, man. Women sense when you're trying to be something you're not. They have an internal radar for detecting falsehood that's more accurate than any lie detector. Their secret desire is for men who are genuinely confident in who they are. This doesn't mean being perfect. It means having direction, having a passion for something beyond just conquering women, having goals, dreams, projects that drive you. When you have a clear purpose, you emanate a magnetic energy that's impossible to fake. Do you know why this is so attractive? Because it shows that you don't need her to be complete. You want her, but you don't need her to validate your existence. This creates a completely different dynamic where she feels chosen, not hunted, where she feels special for being part of your journey, not the ultimate goal of it. Do you notice the inversion? When you talk about your projects with genuine passion, your eyes light up in a different way. When you share your dreams, your energy changes. This is infinitely more attractive than any pickup line or seduction technique. Always remember this. And here's the big secret that ties everything together. These 5 keys don't work in isolation. They create a synergistic effect when applied together. It's like having the 5 pieces of a puzzle that reveal the complete picture of the man every woman secretly desires. Now you might be thinking, isn't this manipulation? Won't I be fake? Will I have to pretend to be someone else? Stop it. This has nothing to do with manipulation or falseness. It's exactly the opposite. It's about developing social and emotional skills that allow you to show your best self authentically. It's about understanding what truly matters in human relationships and acting accordingly. You're not fooling anyone. You're learning the language of deep connection. It's like learning a new language. You're not lying when you speak English instead of Portuguese. You're communicating in a way the other person understands better. Can you see the difference? The truth is, most men will never apply this. They'll keep doing what they've always done, getting the same mediocre results. They'll keep complaining that women are complicated, that you can't understand what they want. But you don't have to be part of the 99%. You now have knowledge that few men in the world possess. The treasure map is in your hands. The key to unlock the door to secret feminine desire is in your pocket. The question is what you're going to do with it. I'll tell you a quick story. There's a guy I mentored, let's call him Peter. An ordinary guy, neither handsome nor unattractive, worked in an accounting office. He used to complain that women only wanted guys with money or gym bodies. I applied this framework with him. First thing, I taught him to truly be present. On their next date, instead of talking about himself the whole time, he focused on listening. The girl mentioned she loved jazz but had never been to a live show. A small detail most would ignore. 2 weeks later, he found out there was a free jazz performance in a city park. He sent a simple message. I remembered what you said about jazz. There's a free show on Saturday. Interested? She was impressed that he remembered. During the show, he shared how the music reminded him of his grandfather, who played the saxophone. He talked about how difficult it was when he passed away, but how the music always brought back good memories. Strategic vulnerability in action. Do you see how it works? He didn't promise to take her to see John Coltrane resurrected. He did something simple but meaningful. He didn't pretend to be a jazz expert. He was authentic about his emotional connection to the music. His body language changed naturally. Instead of being tense trying to impress, he was relaxed enjoying the moment. When she leaned in during a slower song, he didn't hesitate to put his arm around her shoulders. Natural, authentic, powerful. 6 months later, they were living together. She told him that what attracted her most was feeling that he truly saw her, that he wasn't trying to win over just any woman, but to connect with her specifically. That's the power of what I'm teaching you. But let me be direct with you now. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. You can watch this video, agree with everything, find it interesting, and continue doing exactly the same thing you always have. Or you can start applying it today. Pay attention to what I'm going to say now. The next time you're with a woman, whether it's a date or a casual conversation, choose just one of the 5 keys to focus on. Don't try to apply everything at once. Start with attentive presence. Force yourself to truly listen, to pick up on the details, to ask questions about what she's saying instead of thinking about what you're going to reply. It's a muscle you need to train. Once you master that, add strategic vulnerability. Share a personal story that shows your humanity. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be about a silly mistake you made and what you learned from it. Step by step, you'll incorporate each element. Meaningful actions will start to flow naturally when you're truly present. You'll notice the things that matter to her and you'll act accordingly. Not out of strategy, but out of genuine connection. Non-verbal communication will adjust when you're comfortable with who you are. Your body will communicate confidence when you're no longer trying to be someone else. And authentic energy. That comes when you have clarity of your purpose. When you know where you're going in life. And invite her to be part of the journey, not to be the entire journey. Do you understand the difference? Now I need to warn you about the most common mistakes. The first is trying too hard. When you force it, it becomes artificial. Women notice excessive effort from a mile away. Be subtle, be natural, let things flow. The second mistake is giving up too quickly. This isn't a magic pill that will turn you into a woman magnet overnight. It's a process of personal development that will make you a more complete, more interesting, more connected man. The results come as a natural consequence. The third mistake is thinking this is for manipulation or control. If you're trying to use these techniques to get something specific from a specific woman, you've already lost the game. This is about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts and keeps quality women in his life. Always remember that. There's one thing I need to make crystal clear for you. The secret feminine desire isn't for a perfect man. It's for a real man who knows how to connect, who has depth, who acts with purpose and authenticity. It's for someone who sees them as complete human beings, not as conquests or validation. You can be that man. It doesn't matter your current appearance, your bank account, or your past. What matters is your willingness to evolve, to step out of the comfort zone of the 99%, and enter the rare territory of men who truly understand. Pay attention because this is important. Every interaction you have is an opportunity to practice. The coffee barista, the co-worker, the woman at the gym. I'm not telling you to hit on all of them. I'm telling you to practice presence, authenticity, true communication. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And when you find that special woman, you won't need to think about what to do. It will flow naturally because you've developed the skills. You'll be who you are, not a character you're playing. That's freedom, man. The freedom to be yourself and still be deeply attractive. The freedom of not needing scripts or techniques because you understand the fundamental principles. The freedom to create real connections instead of playing superficial games. Few men will have access to this information. Even fewer will apply it. Most will remain in the dark, repeating the same mistakes, getting the same frustrating results. But you don't have to be part of the majority. You have the key now, the same key I mentioned at the beginning. While others are trying to kick down the door with brute force, you know exactly where to fit it to open smoothly. While they're shouting to be heard, you're creating deep connections with whispers. That's how you enter the 1%. Now, before you leave here and forget everything you've learned, do this now. Like this video if it was helpful to you. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell because I'll continue bringing this kind of rare knowledge that truly makes a difference in your life. Do it now before you forget. And most importantly, choose one of the 5 keys and start applying it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Send that message noting something specific, she said. Share that story that shows your human side. Make that small gesture that shows you care. The secret desire is waiting to be unlocked. You have the key in your hand. The door is in front of you. The 99% will remain outside, knocking and shouting. You're going to turn the key, open it gently, and enter the world where deep connections happen, where genuine attraction flourishes, where relationships have real substance. Always remember what you've learned here. Genuine connection through presence, humanity through vulnerability, actions that outweigh promises, communication beyond words, energy that comes from purpose. 5 elements, 1 key, infinite possibilities. The game has changed for you now. The question is whether you're going to play or continue watching from the sidelines. The choice, as always, is yours.